In today's video, I'm going to be taking on a bit of a challenge. In front of me, I've constructed a bit of a bunker underwater, and I'm going to try my best to fully transform this thing with redstone in 1 hour. We have got 1 hour to make this thing as cool as possible. So I suppose I should stop talking and actually start building. This is going to be difficult. Now, my plan for this base is that the top section is kind of going to be like a defense area, so it's going to be filled to the brim with various different weapons, and then the bottom section underneath, because this is going to be a 2-story bunker, is actually where my base is going to be. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create Tnt Underwater Launchers. Yeah, all of the words were jumbled there, but you get the picture. Well, I think it's safe to say that my first design for that launcher did not work. I've just blown up my entire build. How did that come about? What on earth happened there? Okay, back to the drawing board then. So, my original idea of retracting the soul sand out the way was a little bit flawed and clearly didn't work, and also was a tiny bit pointless. So, I've decided to keep things simple by just having dispensers next to soul sand. And I think it's safe to say that that is functioning just fine. Oh wow, that was a full-blown TNT cannon going on over there. So I suppose, yeah, we could do TNT cannons if we just launch them like that. Alright, okay, that's good fun. There's more that we can do here though. Now I wonder if we were to create some form of, so we had TNT that gets dispensed maybe from a block down at the bottom here, and then we have a slime block which shoots the TNT across, and then out in the ocean we have a little block that pops up, or I guess this would just hit the wall, and then we could have some soul sand there, and then that would shoot it up. But then on this side we could create something that pops up, stops the TNT, and then it's over the top of soul sand, so then it goes up over there, so it's a little bit further out from the build. So let's see what happens with this system. If I shoot that, okay, that's just gonna sit there and thankfully not destroy my entire place. I got very scared then. But you know what? These systems actually work quite well as floor defense. We've got sky defense. You can see the dolphin is actually enjoying them right now. But these could actually work quite nicely as floor defense, because if we just say we've got like an infestation of squid in the area, if we just launch a TNT out there, I'm hoping. I mean, look at that. How much health does squid have? How can a direct explosion from TNT not kill a squid? That's ridiculous. Okay, clearly we need an alternative defense system. So I'm thinking if we create a way in which we can kind of open up this wall to allow us to shoot tridents through, then that would probably be a good way of killing some things off. So if I just chuck some sticky pistons across the top and then some regular pistons down at the bottom here, what those sticky pistons will do is they will pulse and then retract, and that will push all of this down, so then we have a one wide gap going through the middle, so we can go back and forth shooting our trident. I think that should work. Oh, now this works really well. So if we flick this lever, you can see that those blocks pop down, and I had not realized how fast these things fire. Oh, I totally need one of these on the Hermitcraft server. This is... oh, that will never get old. But then once we've finished firing our trident, we just flick that lever right there, and all of the blocks pop back up. Simple as anything. So, I've got one of those on each side, and I'm just thinking, do you reckon it would be a good idea to get one at the back as well? I mean, so we could have sticky pistons here. The redstone is going to have to be a little bit different. I suppose we could have redstone kind of doing that. That is going to be a bit more tricky, but we could just about pull it off. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of a jumble, but it does function. We can flick the lever here, and these blocks pop down, so that means that we are now protected on all corners, sort of. So we've got the TNT launchers, we have got the trident areas as well, so that we can protect our base from the sides. We've got all of the TNT launchers that launch up to the surface, so we can destroy anyone in boats. I mean, all of the areas of our base are now fully protected. So I guess now it's time we actually head down to the bottom, because we have done half an hour's worth of work here, and we still need to build the entire bottom section, which is going to be the most difficult bit. So obviously we've got a bunch of redstone contraptions up at the top there, so I've had to go a little bit lower than I originally planned for our actual bunker area. But this just gives me a really good opportunity to build one of those new water elevators, because those water, magma and soul sand elevators, they're just the best things ever. Now let's see how well this thing works. So if I walk through these doors, that shoots us up to the top, and then the magma gets swapped back over. So now we drop down to the bottom pretty quickly, and yeah, I mean, yeah. That is so easy. I mean, piston elevators used to be crazy. If you wanted to build a piston elevator in this area here, you'd have to be nuts. It just wouldn't work. And I've got to say as well, they look absolutely gorgeous. When you get some doors in place and the water on the inside, it just looks really, really cool. Anyway, we've actually got a room down at the bottom here, so we've managed to construct some form of room. I don't know what I'm going to do for the roof. Maybe stone slabs. We might actually have to leave the orange wool in place there because it actually has redstone on top of it, and I don't fancy breaking all of the redstone circuitry, especially when we only have 20 minutes left. So, oh, okay, and we're going to have to leave that block out as well because there's a redstone block there. But we now need to work out what we're going to do with this area, fill it in with redstone contraptions, and get this place finished quickly. So, the first thing that I want to construct is kind of like a storage silo system. So, if we just pop out the front here, you can see that I've placed in a whole bunch of chests. We've got redstone lamps around the outside, and we've got some furnaces running up through the middle, and then we've got some hoppers running into the back of these chests. So this is going to be essentially like a storage system for something like cobblestone or smooth stone, or something that you're going to have lots of. And what we'll have out the back is an item elevator, which is going to take the items from this chest that we have out the front, up the back, through all the hoppers, and then down into these chests, and gradually it will fill up, and as it fills up, all of these redstone lamps will be switching on. So let's have a look and see if this thing actually works. So if we just chuck some stone into the system here, right, that's being taken up by the hopper, so that's a good start. It is being shot up by our item elevator. Let's make sure none of it's actually ending up on the surface. It doesn't look like it is. It looks to me like it's all ending up in that chest down at the bottom there. So yeah, this system is functioning. Brilliant. And once this chest gets fully filled up and the hopper behind it begins to fill up, that's when that redstone lamp is going to switch on. It's going to be saying, look, this chest is now full. And now we have both of them. So this one on the left is going to be for cobblestone, and this one on the right is going to be stone. So we've got a really nice looking storage silo and also furnace system in the center there. Right, okay, next up, I would say bed. I mean, we need to do something with the bed. Now, I think what we should do with the bedroom is kind of have it hidden away inside the wall. So I'm just in the process of creating a little redstone circuit right here, and I want to know if this is actually going to work. So if we just grab ourselves a dropper, and then I suppose we're going to need an immovable object up at the top here. I'm assuming that this is going to be just right in terms of how many blocks. Okay, so those slime blocks... No, of course it's not. That's 9 blocks. How could I possibly... I mean... Yeah, no, that's a ridiculous thought. I think the time pressure is definitely going to my head here. Anyway, what I thought we'd do is quickly swap this out with something a little bit different. Maybe concrete powder, so then we can drop that down. And then maybe on each side we can also get some blocks in, so it's actually more obvious that this is actually a doorway. And then we can move these blocks downwards. I suppose that would be a triple piston extender. That is 3 triple piston extenders all in a row, which is going to be quite a tricky circuit to create. But they will all drop down, retracting all of the blocks out of the way, and then we'll be able to reveal our bedroom. Actually, of course, it doesn't need a triple piston extender. Instead, it only needs a double piston extender, which means that this is now super simple. I mean, check that out. That looks great. And then when we hit this button right here, all of it drops down, and we get ourselves... yeah, a nice little opening, which is going to take us through into the bedroom. So I think maybe replace these blocks so that it's more obvious that these things are pillars. And then we have ourselves our own little room. We've got 10 minutes left, ladies and gents. No, I did my maths wrong. We have 5 minutes left, ladies and gents. Oh my word. Right, I think just to wrap up this place, I'm going to actually create a little aquarium out the back because A, I think it will look cool, B, the new fish are amazing, and C, as I say, we only have 5 minutes. You can't really do anything spectacular in 5 minutes. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is just about going to wrap everything up. We are done. We have completely run out of time. We have like 30 seconds left, which is just about enough time for me to do the roof on this thing because I've forgotten to do that. Oh my word. This is tricky with all these fish in. I mean, can you imagine trying to construct an aquarium while there's fish already in it. Okay, there we go. And that rounds everything up. We are now completely out of time. And you know what? I would say we've actually done a pretty decent job on this place. There are some really interesting redstone contraptions on the inside of this thing. There's tons of different things going on. It's a really cool looking build. This elevator is absolutely awesome. We've got all of our defense systems in place. And the actual build itself is pretty nice looking. I even quite like the cyan terracotta, which of course is acting as an immovable object for these slime blocks. This is all really interesting. So I hope that you've enjoyed this little redstone video. It's been fun messing around with the 1.13 mechanics. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. Oh, and as per usual, standard filming channel stuff. Links will be on the end screen. You know what to do.